You know what they say in sports, ladies and gentlemen, time is everything. Now, this guy was a very talented player, but he ended up playing for two of the worst expansion teams in NHL history, both in the 1970s, and he broke records for futility that probably will never be broken because he broke his own record and then blew it out of the water. So today we're going to be talking about the very, very genial and the very, very popular from Nippewa, Manitoba, great community, Bill Mikkelson. Now, Mikkelson played the NHL during the 1970s and the AHL for several teams, but is best known for posting the worst plus-minus rating in single-season history at minus 82 for the Caps in 1975. But let's put this in perspective, ladies and gentlemen. The Capitals didn't have a good expansion team that year. They only won 8 games. They were outclassed in a very, very strong NHL. And most of those minus 82 wasn't Mickelson's fault. But of course, if you're a number 2 or number 3 defenseman, you're going to be on the ice for a lot of goals. And if you're losing every game 5-2, 5-3, 6-4, the plus minus negative is going to add up. Now, he came to major prominence with a very, very nice career with the Brandon Wheat Kings and Winnipeg Jets of the SJHL and the WCHL. Now, he broke in with the Brandon Wheat Kings in 1965 and then graduated to the Winnipeg Jets in 1969. Now, over those 6 seasons, he put up very consistent numbers. His best campaign was 68, 41 points in 56 games as a defenseman, of course. Now, he ended up being a free agent. He was signed by the Kings in the early 1970s, played for Springfield for the 71 season, 11 points in 69 games, made the Kings in 72 with 1 point in 15 games. Now, he was exposed by the Kings and claimed by the Islanders in the 72-73 seasonal draft. Now, in the inaugural season, Mikkelson emerged as one of the ice time leaders on the blue line for the Islanders with 1 goal and 10 assists in 72 games. However, because the Islanders were light scoring that year at a plus-minus rating of minus 54. Now, that's a time that was the third worst mark ever recorded at the time, since the NHL began recording stats in 1967. Now, for the 74 season, Mikkelson lost his spot on the Islanders with the arrival of rookies Dennis Potvin and Dave Lewis, and ended up spending the entire season with the Baltimore Clippers, the Islanders' affiliate in the AHL. Now, when he was exposed in the expansion draft in 1974 to the Caps, he was claimed by Washington. Now, his first season with expansion Capitals would play almost identically to his first season with expansion Islanders, with more games and more goals against. He was again an ice time leader on a struggling team. Now, despite being assigned to the minors late in the year and appearing only 59 games, he ended up posting an all-time NHL worst plus-minus rating of minus 82. Now, more than 4 decades later, this remains an NHL record and no one has posted a mark worse than minus 61 since. Now, let's put this in perspective, ladies and gentlemen. In 2021, the most a team is going to give up probably is 350 goals. Now, if you do the rough math, most teams score now as much as they give up. It's a very balanced league. You're not going to see a team with 230 goals for and 430 against, whatever. And Mikkelson, he had talent, but wrong place again, wrong time. Now, he would spend 2 more seasons in the minors after that campaign, appearing in only a single game for the Capitals in 77 before retiring that year. And he played out the final year of his Capitals contract, actually, with Mannheim in the German Elite League. Now, in his NHL career, he appeared in 147 games with 4 goals and 18 assists for 22 points, including 105 minutes and penalties. Now, Mikkelson is not the only star in the family. He comes from a prominent hockey-playing family spread out across Manitoba. His uncle Jim McFadden was the star center for the Detroit Red Wings and Chicago Blackhawks and won the Calder in 48 and the Stanley Cup with Detroit in 1950. His brother Glenn was drafted 140th overall in the 72 NHL amateur draft by the North Stars, although he never played an NHL game. Now his son Brendan, a defenseman, was selected 31st overall in the 2005 NHL entry draft by the Ducks. He spent NHL time with the Ducks, Calgary Flames, Tampa Bay Lightning, and Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, his daughter Megan has played for the Canadian national women's team, with whom she won a gold medal at the 2010 and 2014 Winter Olympics. He also has another daughter, Jillian. Now, after his NHL career, he finished his senior at University of Manitoba, earning a degree in commerce, and went to work at IBM. So a very interesting life in hockey, but bad timing is all about that. But I can basically, ladies and gentlemen, can basically, in the 1977 game, he played with Rhode Island and Hershey of the AHL that year. He was 0 for that one game. So, but 136 on the negative in 131 games. And like I said, he was a good moving defenseman. Could score every once in a while. Played probably some of the better SJHL and WCHL teams of the late 60s, early 70s. And like I said, I'm not going to criticize the gentleman. Like I said, any person that makes the NHL and plays with is an original Islander, an original Capital, deserves my respect, because I couldn't make the NHL. I can make it as a reporter, but I can't. Can you imagine being on the ice and going back to the bench? I don't think people were coming up to say, "Oh, Bill, you're minus 65 now, minus 70." When you're an expansion team, ladies and gentlemen, you're thrown in the water, say like Charlton Heston's son in 10 Commandments, and you hope you survive. But like I'm just saying, in Washington, that ever since they won the Cup, there's a better affection for the Capitals of that first year. Yvonne Labra, Greg Jolie, Mikkelson, a few others. Jack Lynch, who've been doing podcasts on what I call the Capital players, as we say. And again, the Capitals of that inaugural season deserve our respect. And in the words of Ron Lowe, things happen. And I think that sums it up. So that's the legend of Bill Mikkelson. Thank you very much. Bye.